In previous podcasts, we've been talking about the various MVPs of Night Gallery and Rod's predecessor, The Twilight Zone. Now, for Night Gallery, the female MVP for a lot of people is Joanna Bennett, but the male MVP is kind of a tie for Night Gallery between Burgess Meredith, who was in a number of episodes, and this guy who played in two of the most important Twilight Zone episodes years before, Debt Ship, the 1 hour episodes to co-starring Jack Klugman about if a spacecraft full of astronauts is really dead, and of course the four of us are dying, where the Ross Martin character is pretending to be somebody else to change his life, in this case not for the best, at the episode's conclusion. Now, Ross Martin in Night Gallery, he played the lead in Camera Obscura, which is a very chilling tale of revenge. But this third season episode is of two minds for a lot of people. I really like it because he plays against type. Ross Martin, he usually plays the hero. But in The Other Way Out, which was directed and by Gene R. Kearney, who also did the teleplay, with a story by Kurt Van Elting, basically talks about the person, the main person of the piece, the very manipulative Bradley Meredith. Now, Bradley Meredith is a wealthy middle-aged businessman who returns to work in a great mood after a 6-week vacation with his wife. His secretary presented him with some recent mail, one item of which is a note suggesting he look at a certain newspaper page which reports the murder of a young go-go dancer. Now, Meredith's happy demeanor is immediately broken, so we know he at least had some sort of relationship with the younger woman who has, of course, passed. Now, after a business meeting at a country club, he retrieves his sports jacket from the coat check and discovers a note that has been placed inside it, telling him to look in his car's glove compartment. When he gets into the car, his wife appears and saying her car needs repairs and she asks him to borrow the car. He pushes her off, saying he has to make a long drive to meet with a client, drives off and parks nearby so he can see what's inside the glove compartment. In the note, it's requesting blackmail money be delivered to a certain location to pay off the $10,000 of the request. Now, he puts a pistol in a suitcase, packs the money, and heads off. Now, when he nears where he has to go, his car crashes into a downed telephone pole, and he has to continue the rest of his way on foot. His instructions suggest he is several miles away, and he's only a few minutes to get there. He stumbles upon a house with a pack of fencing, barking, snarling dogs, and knocks at the door, receives no answer, and knows the door is open. When he walks inside and he calls out, he gets no response, but he finds a phone to try to call for help. He finds it dead, and he's startled by the sudden appearance of a kind of a friendly old man, played of all people by musical and acting star Burl Ives, which is kind of the grandfather of everybody in real life. Meredith eventually begs the man for use of his vehicle, but the man can't do that until his grandson, called Sonny, returns to give him permission, which makes no sense to the Ross Martin character. When he gradually discovers that the old man is actually a grandfather of the dead go-go dancer, and Sonny's her brother, and that's in fact the place he was supposed to go to, he doesn't understand why he can't just give the $10,000 and go on his way. The old man discovers Meredith's gun, removes the clip, takes out one bullet and stuffs it in his pocket, and tosses the clip out the window in the area where the dogs are. Now, when Meredith becomes increasingly desperate to leave, before he can find out what Sonny has in store for him, he tries to make a break for it. Of course, he's chased down by the dogs. Meredith doesn't have enough bullets to fend off the dogs, and eventually goes back to the house. Now, once there, the old man tells him there's another way out of the house, and Meredith goes to a not very interesting or well-directed sequence of trying to find a way out of the house. When everything breaks down, we find out what Sonny has planned for him, and basically it's a little bit of the old-fashioned Ghost comic book ending where everything you expect to happen doesn't happen, but you know something is bound to occur to the evil character. Now, some media, by the way, I quoted for some of David Jewell's WordPress article on Night Gallery, and I thank him for allowing this. I give him full credit. He's a good writer. But for me, what stands out in the episode is almost like asking Jimmy Stewart. I'm not comparing Ross Martin to Jimmy Stewart, but you know what I'm talking about. Ross Martin was a very, very highly respected hero in a lot of his roles, and here he's playing a person that's trying to get away from the mess he made. A young woman has died. We don't really know what occurred, but we know the young woman either was pregnant by the Ross Martin character, therefore got murdered, or was going to squeal to his wife. So basically, the shoe was on the other foot. But it's kind of weird as like a sequence of mind games. What makes it interesting, and some critics have hated this episode, me I love it. Why would the child have so much power over the grandfather? Was he satanic? Was he basically holding the grandfather for ransom? Was it mind games, like a cultish thing? There's a lot of untold stories about the episode. Again, 23 to 25 minutes in a Night Gallery episode in third season. It had a hard time,